So today we're going to be turning our story map into a book. So I have gotten 3 pieces of paper and I'm going to fold them in half, just like we've been doing the past couple of weeks to make our books. And the title of my book, yours can be different, it doesn't have to be the same. The title of my book is going to be The Pigeon Cannot Go to School. Remember, this week we are writing a book about kind of the opposite of what Mo Willems wrote. He wrote The Pigeon Has to Go to School. We're doing the opposite. The pigeon has to stay home and do digital learning at home because he can't go to school, just like us. So, The Pigeon Cannot Go to School by Miss Solly. And of course I can draw a nice little picture and add lots of details to it of my pigeon. So there is the cover of my book. So let's start with the beginning of our story. In the beginning of my story, I said that the pigeon was using their tablet to watch videos of the lessons that they're learning and to go on Seesaw. So I'm going to draw my pigeon. My pigeon is going to be looking at their tablet. And the tablet is going to be on Seesaw. And maybe in the background over here, I've got the mama pigeon. And she is helping pigeon do their work, just like I am sure that your parents are helping you with your work. And then maybe mama is saying, let's do some schoolwork. And remember, Mo Willems always uses speech bubbles. And then little pigeon is saying, I love Seesaw. Do you guys love Seesaw just like little pigeon does? Awesome. So there's the beginning of my story. Really simple. I just have my 2 pigeons, mama pigeon and little pigeon, and they're trying to get their schoolwork done using their tablet and going on Seesaw. Just like I think you guys are doing too. All right, on my next page, trying to make sure my book doesn't fall apart right now. On my next page, in the middle of my book, I said that my pigeon is going to be video chatting with their whole class, just like we do on Fridays. So here's my pigeon, and just like we do on Fridays, maybe my pigeon is doing show and tell and showing off a little bear that they have, just like we have done before. So he's doing show and tell. We'll have a little computer set up right here with all the keys on it. And up here will be the screen. And on the screen is all of the pigeon's friends. So maybe he has a pig for a friend, and a dog for a friend, and then a teacher. And then maybe he has a fish that's one of his friends, and a snake, and a bird. So those are all of his friends who he's chatting with and doing show and tell with. And I could have the pigeon saying, this is my favorite bear, talking about what he's showing off during show and tell. And maybe his classmates might be saying, wow. Or maybe his teacher is saying, thanks for sharing. All right. So right here I have my pigeon showing off his favorite bear, and then his classmates and his teacher are commenting on what he's shown them. So I'm going to do the last part of my story. If you want your book to be even more detailed than mine, go for it. I want to see all the things that Pigeon does during the day while he's doing his at-home learning, just like you guys are. And you guys are the experts on this right now because you're the ones who are doing this. So I'm going to do my last part. If you want to keep going with yours, please keep going because I know that your books are going to be so cool. So in the last part, they are going to be going outside for PE. Let's say that there is a big trampoline in the backyard. And it's got a net up so nobody falls off. So there's the net. Here's the trampoline and all the legs to make sure that it doesn't fall over. And there's going to be Pigeon. And Pigeon is going to be running around. And then baby sister. Remember last week when we talked about how we can show their movement by doing some lines like that? So that's what I'm doing right now, is showing that they're moving using different lines. So I could write that Pigeon is saying, it's time for PE. And maybe little sister is saying, let's jump on the trampoline. So there it is. I've made a pretty simple book all about the pigeon staying at home and doing at-home learning, just like you guys are. So your story can be similar to mine. If you want to add more details to it, you can. If you want to do different types of characters, you can. If you want to add lots and lots and lots of details about everything that you do during the day while you're doing your distance learning, please do. I can't wait to see the books that you guys make.